Hi, Jules Cruise Companion. Today, let's explore the sights and sound of Mystery Island, Vanuatu. After approximately a 15-minute tender ride or shuttle ride, you'll get from the boat to Mystery Island. You can get your tender tickets either by pre-purchasing one of the cruise tours, or there is a token system. You get a ticket down in the Ocean Plaza early in the day, and you get allocated a time for when your shuttle will be going to the island. Once you arrive at the island, the crew assists you to disembark the tender or shuttle onto the new jetty, the new pier. It's a very sturdy piece of infrastructure. As you walk down the pier, there will be photo opportunities. There's a reminder about the time of the last shuttle back to the boat. There will be photographers to do formal photos. This is probably one of the first times you can have a glimpse back and look at how wonderful Carnival Luminosa is. Arriving on the island, to the right is where the meeting place for the shore excursions are. So just meander there while you're listening to the wonderful music.
Welcome to Vanuatu. Welcome to Ocean. Welcome to Mystery Island, the island of love.
The economic infrastructure for the Mystery Island economy is the Australian $5 note. Everything is divisible by 5. There are shells and coral all around Mystery Island because it is a coral atoll, but please don't try and bring it back to Australia for Australian biosecurity rules. If you are going to purchase something that has been commercially cleaned. If you personally have a call of nature while on Mystery Island, be prepared to be introduced to a thunderbox. There is more modern facilities just as you get off the jetty. There do look to be a lot of small vendors here in the marketplace. Most of their inventory looks to be commercially produced, made in China stuff, but it does have the Mystery Island logo on it. But everything you will find is divisible by 5 because the Australian $5 note appears to be the core currency within this economy. The bright clothes of the sarongs or the rasta pants or the rasta shirts, they are just the brightest colours and would make a really lovely souvenir for a wrap or cute little day dresses. It's quite a nice variety, and different vendors actually had different items, so it wasn't as if they were all selling the same product. So that was kind of an interesting thing, that you would be able to get something very different from each of the vendors. Don't be tempted to just purchase at the first vendor that you come to. Keep wandering down the market because there'd have to be at least 20 or 30 different stalls to have a look at. The generosity of visitors to Mystery Island extends to donating school equipment, and there's a little hut that you can put these items in. There was books and pencils and lots of different items there in the little hut. There are a lot of service providers here on the island, so you do not have to pre-purchase any of the cruise company's shore excursions. There is a lot of vendors, so just walk around and have a look at the different items or the different itineraries that different providers offer, because you might find one that is more suitable to your needs. You know that the money spent here on the island is going to be going to the local people to boost their economy. Now, as I'm a travelling geek, I notice the small intricate things and the weaving of the buildings. The different huts were woven in different manners. It was just beautiful. The craft is amazing. That also extends to the roofs, and when you look at a roof from the inside, it is just amazing. Then there were these totem poles all around the island that with intricate carvings, and if you spent some time examining them, you could see birds and crabs and faces. It was just beautiful to see. After spending a few minutes looking at the totem poles and talking to a gentleman nearby, I went over and found the airstrip. The plane. That's my tattoo, it's the plane. This is the airport at Mystery Island. Isn't it spectacular? Just over there is the airport terminal. Let's go and have an explore. The windsock is being a bit lazy today, not too much breeze. For this spectacular runway. The airport terminal is one of only a very few permanent structures on the island. Before I headed back to the boat, I tried to get a couple of iconic Pacific Island boat in the background photos, but the amount of ambient light was just too much. I managed to capture one or two that looked pretty reasonable that I might post on Facebook. I will finish this vlog offering you another serenade by the local performers. This is Julie Jules Cruise Companion saying stay safe everybody and happy travels.